doing, Manginas? Tangy Toddler here, bringing you guys girlfriend stories 25 or 26. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've done a girlfriend stories. So, what'd you guys think of that intro that I just made right before this? And also, I want to give a thanks to Team Swaz for helping me with that beat, match it, like, you know, the pulsing part. So yeah, thank you very much. And spoiler alert, this is my first Broab I've ever had, and this was actually the first game of an open lobby I did. This open lobby was less than a week ago, so thank you all who joined. And yeah, it was a ton of fun. So let's get started, and actually, before we get started into my girlfriend stories, update. I had told you guys I was going to do news stories, and like I have email stuff. I'm actually going to make an email just for you guys to email me with stories, girlfriend stories, news suggestions, or anything you want me to talk about. So, in the description below is the email account I want you guys to email me at if you have girlfriend stories. Yeah, I haven't made it yet. By the time this goes up, I will already have it. So it'll be in the description. I don't know what it's going to be. It's probably going to be something like Tangy Toddler Mailbag or Tangy Toddler MILFs. It'll probably be something like that. So let's get started on girlfriend stories. And before I get into your guys' stories, I have one little small story. I don't know if it counts for girlfriend stories, but there was a girlfriend kind of involved in it. So, this was back in high school, and how I remember the story, it made me laugh. I was on the bus, and I saw this kid there, and he's a skinny, he's kind of tall, but he's scrawny looking. And I'm like, God, that kid looks familiar. Where do I know him from? And he made eye contact with me and then just turned away right away. And I don't know if he recognized me or not. But I remembered where I remember this kid at. And it was from high school. He was a grade below me. And he was actually, this is when I was dating Skankosaurus Rex, Ashley Fox. And so anyways, it was at a high school football game. And she really wanted me to sit by her. And so, like, I was a year ahead of her, and my student section sat in front of them. I usually stood in the front 2 rows my junior year, and she wanted me to sit back, and it was like the 10th, I don't know, 8th, 6th, 7th row. And I'm like, you know what, I'll do it for this game. But I didn't usually like to do it because I feel like football, high school, I want to be with my friends in my class up in front and not with my girlfriend. And yeah, that's just how I felt. So I was like, all right, you know, I'll sit by you. And so I went back there and standing by her, and because in high school games you just have to stand the whole time, even if there's nothing exciting on. It's just how it goes. So we were standing there, and there's these kids next to us. Kids as in kids that were in her grade, and one of them I was actually kind of friends with. I played, I think it was basketball with him, and he was also in two of my classes. I don't remember his name, but I was kind of friends with him. He was nice to me. So during this game, you know how, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with high school football, American football games, they like, whenever a big play happens, people bump you on, and makes like a little mosh pit, like knocks kind of people over into the aisle and all that stuff. So it's alright, so they did it, they were jumping around, they were really excited for the game, and they knocked me, my girlfriend, and everybody in our row over. They like kept pushing on all of us and made everybody fall over. So they did this more times than I enjoyed. And it wasn't even halftime yet, and they knocked me over 6 times at this point. And I turned to my girlfriend. I'm already getting pissed. I said something like, you guys, you know, just stop. I said that to them. They're like, okay. And they did it. And like, I was like, all right, if they do it again, I am going to be really pissed, is what I said to my girlfriend, Ashley. So it was at like either a kickoff, returning, or we were kicking the ball off. So, they knocked me over again, and actually this time they didn't actually knock me over. I was ready for it, so I kind of pushed back, and they kept pushing. And so I literally turned and grabbed this kid by the shoulders, took 3 steps towards the aisle, and threw him off. And like, I wasn't like totally strong, but I was a lot better shape than I am now, because I played hockey, and I played basketball, baseball, all that stuff. So I just grabbed him and threw him in the aisle. He hit his back, I think, on the other bench, side of the bench. And I just looked at him when he's on the ground, turned around, and went back and stood by Ashley. And everybody around me were giving me high fives. Everybody was like, dude, awesome. Like, they were pissing me off too. I would have done the same thing, or I wish I would have done that, and stuff like that. So I was getting high fives from him. And the kid comes up and stands in the aisle. And he was originally standing by me, but then he was on the other side of his 2 friends. And his 2 friends started talking some shit to me. And not at my face. They were saying stuff like, it's just a football game, we're trying to have fun. They would say it to somebody around them, you know, and just so I'd hear it. And eventually they moved the aisle back behind me, and then they kept talking shit to me. They would actually say something to me, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. Watch the fucking game. It's not about knocking people over. I got sick of it, and so yeah. And I kind of felt bad because I think I might have hurt the kid, and I did not mean to throw him that far. I just didn't realize how small he was. He was a really skinny kid, and I kind of threw him pretty far. And so I felt a little bit bad about that, but they kind of deserved it. And so now let me get to some of your guys' questions you guys submitted a long time ago. So I'm sorry if they're no longer relevant. Hopefully these will help people in the future. So he says, hey Tangy, so here's my problem. And by the way, I haven't read any of these. This is the first time I'm reading through these. I just found some old emails, copy and pasted it on a Word document so I can read them from here. So everything that I say right here is just going to be made up from the top of my head. So yeah. Hey Tangy, so here's my problem. There was this girl I really liked, and at the time, I thought she liked me, and so for a couple of weeks, I'm thinking she's mine. But right before I was going to make my move, she went out with another guy. What a bitch. And the girl's best friend started liking me a lot. I mean a lot. And I didn't really like her, and so she asked me out to a school dance, and I go because I don't want to make her feel bad. At the same dance was the girl I liked with her boyfriend. Fuck. So we kind of stayed away from each other, and now everything's cooled down. But then an amazing friend of mine, which is a girl, goes to Korea for the whole summer, and she is always texting me. And I think she likes me, and I'm fine with that because I like her, but I have no idea. Even though she says things like, not even for me and such. Yeah, plus everyone in this letter is friends with, and so what should I do? Help. Peace out, Girl Scouts. So there's a lot of girls involved in this story. I'm trying to make it clear. One is the one that you liked, and your friend started dating her. Girl's best friend started liking me. Okay, anyway, so somebody started dating her. I don't know if it was your friend so much, but there's now a new girl. You went to a dance with a girl you didn't really like, and I think that sounded like it's ended. And now a girl you kind of like and that you think likes you is in Korea for the whole summer, and by now she must be back. I have a feeling. So what I would have done and what I could do, I don't feel like when somebody has a boyfriend, while yes, I say it's good to be friends with them, you know, you can flirt with them, and even like I wouldn't say try to steal them away because that's not my main goal. I don't like when people cheat or leave somebody for another, but keep it close. So for instance, if they don't work out in the future, like if they break up in a few months, there's your chance. You're there for her, you can help her out, and you can maybe become better friends or even dating. So either way, stay close friends with them is how I feel. I know it sucks if somebody starts dating them. You thought, you know, you were going really good with them, but they must have just not seen you that way, and your job is to convince them otherwise. But the time being, I have a feeling you must kind of like this girl that went to Korea. So that kind of sucked, not being with her for that long, or not even really having a chance, just texting her. So I'm assuming you guys kept communication. And, yeah, so this is kind of like a situation where you guys know you will eventually hang out, and you guys are just talking long distance currently, so I would definitely give that one a chance. If you kind of like her, you kind of have an idea that, oh, I kind of like her, I would give her a chance, because the girl that has a boyfriend, you honestly don't know if they'll break up. Continue being friends with her, but don't get your hopes up by, you know, throwing all the eggs in one basket, you know what I mean, by basically just attending the whole time against this girl and waiting for her for something that might never happen. So in the time being, I say go for that girl that went to Korea. And like I said, she's probably back by now. You guys have probably went on dates. You should update me and email me in the email below. Let me know what happened, and I'll mention it on the next one. So yeah, if you kind of like somebody and you think you kind of like him, you're like, I don't really know. Hang out with them a few times and find out if they're really somebody for you. So let's get to the next one. This next one is really, really short. I really like this girl, and I don't know if I should ask her out or wait for her to ask me out. Well, you should ask her out. It's the guy's job to ask out a girl. And how I like to do it, when I was a kid, I was really scared of rejection, as most people are. And so I would make sure and wait till I know they really like me. Whether they tell me that through a text, whether a friend tells me, but like, hey, so-and-so, you know, kind of likes you. You should make a move. You should ask her out. But don't wait for the girl to ask you out, because the girl will probably not ask you out. And ask you out, I'm assuming not to go out on a date, but to start dating. So, I mean, ask her, be like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? You want to go to the movies? And then make your move there, and maybe it'll work out, and then you can ask her out yourself. So, don't wait for her, just go for it. Hi, This is the next one. Hi, first off, I love your videos. I am in 5th grade, and there is this girl that I really like. She and her friends say they hate me, but in a non-mean way, which I'm not sure what that means. Whenever we go into gate classes together, she sits next to me. Her friends don't like me, and that's why I think she says she doesn't like me. We're both popular, and our friends like each other. I have noticed that her best friend might like me because she started helping me with work and hanging out with me. But I also have another friend I kind of like. Her and my friend kind of are and aren't in a relationship. I just want your advice on who I should tell that I like them and what to do when talking to them. Love the videos. Thanks for the advice. Well, you are in 5th grade. I don't know if that means you're going into 5th grade, or you're in 6th grade now or whatnot. So anyways, you're still very young. And these relationships are not long-term. It's more like, oh, I have a crush on this person. Let's date and hold hands in front of everybody. So we show that we like each other. That's what your kind of relationship is right now. And that's totally fine. That's honestly the most fun your relationship is going to be, because it's completely stress-free. Is how I felt. Like, you think you have problems like, oh, Veronica doesn't like me because she wouldn't write me this note. She didn't put XOXO at the end. She must not like me. That's going to be the most stressful thing you have, is that kind of situation. It's not like a bitch cheating on you. But for you, to be honest, I'm kind of lost. I'm not sure which girls you're talking about. I think one that you said you really liked, but she said she doesn't like you, and that's because her friends are kind of pressuring her into that. That will happen. I say, and the other girl you said that kind of likes you, and you don't know if you like her. Let's still hold on. But I also have another friend I kind of like. Oh, you kind of like her. Yeah, go for her. If you think that she likes you, then yeah, because you don't want to go for the girl that doesn't like you or is ashamed of you from her friends. Like, her friends are telling her what to do. This video is actually coming to an end. I didn't even see that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you send me other questions regardless of girlfriend stories. Send me topics to talk about. And I'm going to be keeping up with a lot more commentary since I have more free time now. So please give it a like if you love it. And hopefully this helped out. And obviously I went flawless with the Broabs. Hey, Harry Manginas.